I freaking hate using teleprompters and long scripts when I'm live to create high quality content. I do not want to use that stuff. And instead, over the last 3 years, I found some really simple but efficient ways to make sure I stay on track when delivering my content to my audience while also providing an amazing learning tool and visual aid that my audience can follow along with as I go live. So in this video, I want to share with you 3 of my favorite ways to stay on message while live, while also providing these amazing visual learning aids to my audience. So if you're the person who struggles to stay on track and on message and you don't want to just be a talking head during your videos, this is for you. So let's dive in just a moment. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Alex. I'm a video strategist living in Austin, Texas, and I help passionate, amazing entrepreneurs like you to go live with ease and confidence to sell your offers. And I'm excited to jump in. So let's hit number 1 first. And I am literally, right as we speak, practicing what I preach. And one of my absolute favorite ways to stay on message and provide value is to just use something like a simple Google Doc and share your screen. So you can see right now, I've got 3 main points and my main topic on the screen here in this super simple Google Doc. All I've done is share my screen as I'm creating this video. And these main points that I've put down are literally just the things that I want you guys to take away from this video that are going to, number 1, provide this like visual cue or this visual representation of like what we're teaching. So it's easy to follow along. So if someone comes in the middle of the video and I'm live, you're still going to be able to follow along and understand where I'm at because I'm not just this talking head. And again, it keeps me on track. I know exactly which direction. So if I go on a tangent or if I kind of just forget what I'm going to say, I just return back to these bullets. And just a hot tip, I have done and given away so many of these Google Docs during my lives. And what I will do during is treat it like a freebie. So I'll say something like, if you want access to this doc that I've been using during this live video, comment #document, and I will shoot you a message with that. And then from there, I can privately DM them, ask them how they enjoyed the video. We can talk about their goals and challenges. And a lot of times this has led to sales calls. It's led to people buying other products and services because conversations are always going to be your fastest path to cash, right? So I absolutely love doing using this Google Doc strategy as a freebie too. Okay, let's move on to the second thing. So the second one is to create a really simple slideshow presentation with your main point. I know that might feel overwhelming to some people, but when I say simple slideshow, I mean super stupid simple slideshow. Like I don't go and put tons of pictures and fancy like backgrounds. Like I keep it incredibly simple because I just want to make sure that kind of the main points are there. So I'll give an example how I could turn this little Google Doc, this little topic I'm doing right now into a presentation. So literally 5 minutes before I recorded this, I put together this 5-slide presentation. And if I'm being honest with you, I would probably make this look a little bit more robust. Like I would just fix the text a little bit. I'd probably put my logo on here. And maybe I'd include a photo or 2. But again, I would not spend more than 5 to 10 minutes putting something like this together, right? So I've got my main title, 3 of my favorite ways to stay on message and provide visual aids for my audience. I've got point number 1, use a Google Doc. Point number 2, create a simple slideshow presentation. Point number 3, use StreamYard banner, and then the call to action at the end. And I've got a little photo right here. So again, this is all you're doing. And when I first started going live, when I was leadership coaching, that was my first online business, I just had so much anxiety about hitting the go live button because I knew I was going to get off track. So every single time I would create these little mini presentations. And the thing is, when you've got a slideshow presentation going while you're teaching live, I think people are even more drawn to it because those slideshows usually indicate that there's something of value that's being taught. You've put a lot of thought and energy into this. It's not just you decided to hit the go live button and now you're talking and it might not be that valuable, right? Okay, cool. So that is number 2. So far we talked about using a Google Doc, creating a simple slideshow presentation. And then lastly, I like to use this banner method. I use StreamYard to go live and create my videos. If you don't know what it is, it's essentially a platform that plugs into all of your social media, and you can go live on multiple platforms at one time. So when I go live, I don't just go live in one place. I go live on my Facebook business page, in my Facebook group, on my YouTube, and it helps me create a lot more professional looking videos. So, for example, what I'm able to do is I'm able to put banners on my screen. So if I didn't want to use a Google Doc and I didn't want to use a presentation, I could do something like this, where I say, let me pull it up. I say, all right, I get on live and I got my title right there on the screen. And then when I move to point number 1, I've got point number 1, Google Docs. Point number 2, simple presentation slides. Point number 3, banners. And then I've got my call to action, right? So it's pretty simple. All of these are pretty simple, but again, I hope they really boost your confidence. If you feel like you're just not going to be able to stay on track, or you're going to forget your messaging or forget something, these kind of help you and also keep the audience engaged because there's visual variety, and these are all really great learning aids, I would say, as well. Awesome. Well, I hope this video helped me. Comment below. Let me know what your biggest takeaway was. And if you want me to personally help you with your live video strategy for only $9 a month, I would highly encourage you to join the Video Skills Lab. This is one of my signature memberships where essentially I personally help you during our live Zoom coaching calls every month. We have weekly Q&As. We've got a private community. We have an on-demand library with over 50 plus trainings for $9 a month. It's pretty crazy. I'll put the link above for that. But otherwise, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you real soon.